Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, August 16, 2022. Today's transits tend to favor self-expression, communicating, networking, and friendships. You might gain a pleasant, helpful perspective through an acquaintance or new information that comes your way. However, do watch for coming across as more lighthearted than you are actually feeling. You might also be a little torn between work and pleasure today, or even work and learning, as the Sun and Venus form a minor challenging aspect, highlighting different drives. You're motivated to produce, perform, and accomplish something solid on the one hand. On the other, you're excited about learning something new. You don't seem to have enough time to do all you want to do. Aim to avoid answering to whims, and you'll find that you enjoy yourself more. A bit of self-discipline works wonders now. Conversations may not be that wide-ranging today, but there is the chance to share some wonderfully tender feelings and lovely memories. There is a sense of nostalgia and sentiment about events that you will remember for some time. It may be a great time for a get-together to celebrate old times and old friends, so get out your address book and make some phone calls. Pay attention to the details. You have so much to learn from conversations about work and with colleagues today as the moon in Aries illuminates every detail. Nitpicky Luna is paying attention. Certain tics or giveaways may clue you into a greater understanding of the underlying energy at work. You may come to a sudden realization since the moon will also trine Uranus in Taurus. If your intuitive antenna is picking something up, pay attention to what you are focusing on. You will become privy to whatever is simmering beneath the surface. What gives Mars the freedom to make his last full day in your financial sector more about what you start rather than finish is the ongoing support after he leaves. While Mars is the last of the faster planets to leave your financial sector this year, knowing Saturn will stay on to keep money matters on track allows him to focus on fueling your financial passions and fighting spirit. It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. Nostalgia strikes when you're least expecting it. Perhaps it will grab you so tightly you can't see what's in front of you. Keep your eyes peeled. If the response you get from prospective dates is not always positive, consider how your approach might be improved. You may want to ask what you could change about yourself. Becoming more self-aware can help you understand what to change or at least help you appreciate another's point of view or not. Today's planetary movement exerts an energy that might make you feel like your dreams are just out of reach. Don't let this feeling discourage you, as it is only temporary. Use the transit to get in touch with what you really want, so that you are able to take appropriate steps toward achieving that. The body is a lump of clay, remember? You are the artist who shapes it. As an artist, give yourself plenty of love and encouragement. If you're holding yourself down, it is apt to be painfully obvious on this day. Your love of routine, practicality, and a methodical approach to life can work well for you most of the time. However, it can also become too restrictive. If you begin to feel irritable, unsatisfied, or just plain unhappy, take a cue from this. It may be time that you allowed yourself to explore more possibilities. This may be unsettling, but it may also be a risk well worth taking. Mars is always going to be somewhere and you will always have his passion, warrior, and competitive spirit to tap into, but every 6 weeks he will change the area of your life he is impacting. Today Mars leaves your financial sector, wrapping up a 6-week mission to fuel your financial passions and fighting spirit while leaving you with the means to take your financial power back. However, just in time for the weekend, Mars returns to an adventurous part of your chart where he will spend the next 6 weeks fueling a passion for adventure and a hunger for life's richer experiences. Before leaving your communication sector today, the moon will form a friendly aspect to Pluto in your relationship sector, something that it has done every 4 weeks since the planet of change and revolutions returned 14 years ago. Yet it is the fact that this is so familiar that allows you to almost subconsciously slip into how easy this makes it to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice. Our eyes in the sky. The Leo Sun opposes Saturn in Aquarius today, giving us an opportunity for growth and spiritual evolution. This energy sucks up information and processes ideas from multiple perspectives before coming to any conclusions. You'll be able to perceive things from a new point of view, which should give you deep insights on how to move forward. The only catch is that Mercury forms a quincunx with the healing asteroid Chiron, which reminds us that transformation is hard work, and this will likely throw you out of your comfort zone. As you analyze your path forward, try not to be too hard on yourself. Remember that change is a process that happens over time and isn't usually immediate. Take the time to map out your goals, but don't put too much pressure on yourself or indulge in a defeatist attitude. Later in the afternoon, Mars and Pluto connect. This energy can make people extra sensitive, and it might increase your empathic nature a bit. It will be important to use this energy to replenish your soul and reconnect with your gratitude and your belief in yourself. Pluto loves to restore and transform our aura, making it the perfect evening to nurture yourself before doing the work that comes next. In the morning, the Aries moon aligns with Neptune, providing a dreamy start to the day. We might be inclined to stay in bed, or at the very least to take our sweet time getting up. This influence amplifies our sensitivities, lending to creative or spiritual work. However, it can also provoke confusion and create tension in our relationships by way of misunderstandings. Avoid trying to nail down correspondence or solidify meetups at this time. Following this, the moon sextiles Pluto in Capricorn, allowing us to harmonize our intuition and emotions. Our psychic senses are stimulated, but rather than looking at outward circumstances, we can tune this awareness inward to overcome fears and prejudices. The moon begins its void of course following this aspect's perfection, which will last for several hours. Use this time for contemplation rather than taking action. The stars shine brightly in the communication realm as the moon opposes Mercury this morning. This aspect helps us feel confident in our knowledge and achievements and ready to share information with the world. Your social media accounts will be on fire, so be sure to post a flattering pic. Communication will be at a peak all day, which could cause some burnout as we near the evening. Perhaps we can strike a happy medium between the two, but the polarizing nature of this transit suggests that whichever way we tip the scales, we are apt to feel guilty. Ultimately, we are reticent to take up space now. We fear that acting independently will aggravate others. Everyone has these feelings from time to time. When we recognize that our insecurities are a source of commonality, we can begin to heal individually and interpersonally.